Sunday afternoon basketball action is set here at the Ryan Center as Rhode Island welcome their second-ranked opponent of the year. It's number 25 Princeton who comes to town for a meeting with the Rhode Island Rams. Thank you so much for joining us today, Nathan Robillard, alongside Zach Petrick. Zach, last time out here at home, Rhode Island fell in a heartbreaker at the buzzer to Quinnipiac.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nathan. Quinnipiac came to town, a team they've seen so many times, and Rhode Island fell on a buzzer beater, and let's get back on track today against their second-ranked opponent of the year.
And despite the loss, a large contributor in that game for the Rams was Tisha Hyman. Her 14 points saw her officially break the 1,000-point career mark. She now sits at 1,008.
Yeah, 10.1 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, a key contributor here in this Rhode Island offense. That graduate transfer from the University of Syracuse, worked with Coach Reese at Syracuse, and now followed her here.
As we said, 14 points in the last outing. We'll look at the other four who join her in Tammy Reese's starting five today. It's Sophie Phillips, Tisha Hyman, as we just mentioned, Dee Davis, Maya Torre, and Tenin Magassa. That will be Tammy Reese's starting five as they look to avoid their second consecutive home loss. On the other end of things, the Princeton Tigers, this is how they look to start today's action. It is Sky Belker, Caitlin Chen, Madison St. Rose, Ellie Mitchell, and Parker Hill. Those the starting five for the Tigers, who just came off a double overtime 75-71 win over the Seton Hall Pirates. It was only the fifth game in their history that had gotten to at least double overtime. So both of these teams coming off on each separate end of dramatic results last time out. Again, for the Rams, the loss against Quinnipiac, only their second in the last two seasons. The last came to UMass in February of last year. As we are just about ready to get underway, Rams coming into this one 5-3, Princeton 5-2. So similar records on both ends of the floor. It is Tenin Magassa for the Rams who goes up for the tip. For the Tigers, it's Parker Hill. Magassa wins it, and we are underway from Kingston's second-ranked battle for Tammy Reese and Rhode Island. And they get things started operating from right to left on your screen in the all-white. Princeton going from left to right in the black and orange numbers. And starting off quickly for Tisha Hyman. Hyman goes up, misses, gets it to Dee Davis. Quick three early on, no good, off the back of the rim. Rebound fighting for it. Whistle goes Princeton's way, and Rhode Island unable to strike first.
Three-point shooting has been a real main issue for such a team that was able to shoot so well in the Atlantic 10 last year. They have really struggled, and Coach Reese, after the game against Quinnipiac, said, "We're getting good shots, but it's the rhythm of the shots, and they're just not falling."
A very surprising number considering how the Rams did last year. We'll see if they can fix that metric today. Here comes Princeton for the first time. Magassa was guarding and almost won it back. Comes out to Ellie Mitchell. Mitchell hands it off to Belker. Goes for a three, or a deep two, sorry. No good. And that was Caitlin Chen on the shot there. My mistake. It comes down the other way with Dee Davis. Davis to Torre. Finds Hyman. Tisha Hyman guarded. Gets a shot off. No good. Comes off the rim. 0 for 2 from the field to start the night for Rhode Island. And it is recycled to Dee Davis. So Rhode Island will get a second chance here. 15 to shoot. About a minute and a half into this first quarter. Davis hands it to Hyman. Hyman to Sophie Phillips, who can't quite control, but Davis is there to get the rebound. Hyman. Magassa back to Tisha Hyman. She puts up a contested shot up against the shot clock. Beats it, but can't find the shot. Gets it back, though. Here's Torre in the paint. And there's the first points of the afternoon.
When in doubt, get the ball to Maya Torre. Rhode Island's leading scorer last year and continues to be this year, averaging 15.8 through 8 games.
Here it is for Madison St. Rose. Finds Chen. Guarded by Torre. Tries to get around her. Eventually kicks it back out to her teammate. Goes up contested. It is good after it bounces off the rim. Through a heavy two contested defenders, and the shot falls. Tied at 2 here. It was Sky Belker with the basket for the Tigers. Here is Tenin Magassa, hands it off to Hyman. She drives in, right side, layup no good off the rim, but Magassa gets the rebound and just can't hold on to it as she lets it go out, and it'll be a Princeton inbound.
And to go back to the shot from Sky Belker. Belker, the Ivy League Rookie of the Week last week, retrospective to November 27th, and there's Maya Torre laying it up and in after the also rebound from Tisha Hyman.
Torre leading the team, averaging just under 16 points a game, as the only points for Rhode Island at this time. or at least so far tonight. Tana Magassa picks up the foul. They'll stay down with Princeton. To him down is Caitlin Chen. Finds St. Rose. Now to Mitchell. Hands it off. Three-point effort is no good. So still both teams scoreless from beyond the arc so far. Maya Torre nearly drops the inbound, but recovers and hands it off to D.D. Davis. Davis back to Torre. Hyman looking for it. That's eventually where she goes. Guarded by St. Rose. Hyman still with it. Finds Sophie Phillips. Phillips looking for an option. Can't find it. Hands it to Torre. Torre looking to go herself. Eventually recycles to Hyman. Rhode Island struggling to break through. Deep two-point effort. No good.
Getting around, struggling with that rhythm. Trying to find their offensive ways after a slow start to their season.
Now here's a shot from Princeton. That one falls from two-point territory. The mid-range jumper from Ellie Mitchell gives Princeton their first lead of the afternoon. 4-2 here with under 6.5 to go.
Ellie Mitchell, not the biggest scorer, 4.4 points per game, but is one of the best rebounders in the country.
Tisha Hyman to Maya Torre. Out to D.D. Davis. Loops it for Magassa in the paint. Back out to Hyman. Magassa battling for it again and picks up the call. There's a look at head coach Tammy Reese, fifth season at the helm of the URI Rams, two-time 8-10 coach of the year, including a bid last year. 2 20-plus win seasons in 2022 and 2023. She's only lost in this building 11 times, including the last time out against Quinnipiac, and only once last year as well, trying to avoid the second consecutive. Phillips nails it from three. She struggled to start the game last time, as did the team. Off to a much better start tonight, and Rhode Island retake the lead.
Yeah, she made only Rhode Island's three against Quinnipiac, and she is one of the best shooters in Rhode Island history, and she's gotten off to a slower start this year. But as Coach Reese mentioned, it's something about the rhythm, and they're going to try and get her going.
Hyman into the paint, puts it up, no good. And yeah, you mentioned that, Zach. Sophie Phillips, such a great breakout year last year, but just struggling a little bit to start things off. Well, we'll take a look at the other end, the head coach for the Princeton Tigers, Carla Berube. Fourth season for her in charge of the Tigers. Two-time Ivy League Coach of the Year as well, so a similar resume to Tammy Reese.
And not to discount Sophie Phillips, a career-high 23 points in Vegas against Youngstown State, but hasn't been at her best. And she knows it.
For Berube and the Princeton Tigers, they took it to the buzzer versus Rhode Island last year. It was a 56-54 win. That was a real heartbreaker for the Rams, similar to their last time out against Quinnipiac. That was away at Princeton. Last time they played each other here, it was a Rhode Island win. Sophie Phillips puts it in, 5 points on the afternoon for her.
Gamora out on the floor for Rhode Island. This last game with a concussion was cleared and is back in and on the defense there.
Does just enough to put away the shot. 7-4 the Rhode Island lead, just about midway through the quarter here in Kingston. Sophie Phillips looking for a way through. Eventually gets back out to DeBraz, who's also making her first appearance of the night off the bench. DeBraz looking for an option, and the call goes against her. And we'll head to a quick break. So Rhode Island with an early 3-point lead over Princeton here in the first quarter. We'll be right back on ESPN Plus.
There's been a tradition amongst pioneers, laborers, immigrants, neighbors, transcending down through generations. It has been learned, inherited, and with us, well, it's in our blood. All we have is one another, fueling each other's fire as we grow together in community, in our work, and in life. So we're proud to carry on this great American tradition of being there when it counts.
Step into the world of Atlantic 10 basketball. Witness the nation's finest women athletes rise to greatness under the brightest lights. Feel the rush of adrenaline. Embrace the thrill of competition. Here, you'll find champions on the court and winners in the classroom, embodying what it means to be a true student athlete. Experience A10 Women's Basketball, where passion meets excellence.
See friends, see food, see view. The Coast Guard House Restaurant.
Welcome back into the Thomas M. Ryan Center this Sunday afternoon. Rhode Island with a 7-4 lead early in the first quarter over number 25 Princeton. It is their second-ranked opponent of the year, looking for their first win and 6th on the season. Thanks so much for joining us, Nathan Robillard, alongside Zach Petrick, as we are back underway from Kingston. In the paint, deep two-point shot from Morton. Rebound collected by Sophie Vital into the game, the freshman for the first time. Dutot also checking in to DeBraz. So Tammy Reese almost a full rotation here early with 3:54 left to go here in the first quarter. Here's Vital. Gets around the screen from Kamara. Contested layup off the rim and out. And Princeton collect the rebound. They come down the other way.
Yeah, you mentioned the rotation. Sophie Phillips, the last starter in for the Rams. As we know, Tammy Reese likes to use that full bench. And with Kamora back and healthy, she's going to use it today.
Chen goes up for it. Doesn't find the rebound. Princeton, though, come away with the offensive glass, and they get it back. It resets.
So Princeton owed their last 4 now.
Deep two-point attempt coming from the Tigers. No good. That was Madison St. Rose who took the shot and did not find it. So Princeton out of the timeout, struggling to score just a little bit. Here's Awa Kamara for the Rams. Sophie Vital. Vital out to Dutot. Now to Phillips. Leads all players with 5 points early on. Phillips resets to DeBraz at the logo. DeBraz, three-point effort. Why not? No good. And Caitlin Chen comes away with the rebound. Chen comes down the other way. DeBraz on defense now. She puts it up, no good, but gets fouled.
Rhode Island crowd does not like that call.
Well, for more on the game early on, we'll send it down to the third member of our broadcast team tonight, Chris Ward. Chris, what do you got for us?
Thanks, guys. Number 25 ranked Princeton Tigers have come to Kingston to face off against the Rhode Island Rams. These teams have faced off 5 times all time, the series being tied at 2 apiece. The rebound game will be integral into determining who wins today. So far, Rhode has 9 and Princeton has 3. Rhode is 5-1 when they out-rebounded their opponents, but Princeton's Ellie Mitchell is one of the best rebounders in the country. She's ranked 4th in rebounds per contest and 6th in total with 85. Both teams average 39 rebounds per game, so it'll be interesting to see who wins the rebound battle. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Chris. Free throws fall for the Tigers. They trim the lead down to 2. It's 7-5 now early in the game. Magassa in the paint hands it to Dutot. Heavily contested, and she gets fouled on the way up.
Well, Dutot, somebody you know really as a defensive and rebounding specialist that has ticked up in scoring. So Dutot averaging just about 2 points last game, is averaging 4 this year, and she continues to be a really great defender and somebody that can go up and get rebounds for this Rhode Island team.
Sophie Phillips checks out for the first time. She, again, in the lead with all players. 5 points on the night. Ellie Mitchell in charge for Princeton with 2, as Dutot misses the first free throw. Dutot has one more. And it's good. So she goes 1 for 2. It's an 8-5 Rhode Island lead. About 2.5 left to go in the quarter. Shooting, you can see there, just not necessarily the strong suit of either team early on. And, well, Caitlin Chen's on the ball. Look to change that inside. She's guarded by Vital. Gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell going in. Past Dutot. Puts it up off the glass and no good. Vital comes away with the rebound. Rhode Island in fast transition. Vital has to reset to Dutot, who gets there, and DeBraz backs it up to the logo. Vital to DeBraz. Drives in herself, puts up the jumper. Misses, but gets her own rebound.
Dutot with the rebound. I mentioned, just such a good rebounder. And has been one of those specialists, the fundamentals that Tammy Reese talks about.
Vital for three misses everything. Got it from Magassa, and it goes out for a Tigers inbound. You mentioned the three-point struggles for Rhode Island. That has really continued, as we said, been the case for both teams. Rhode Island scoreless in their last 4 field goal attempts. For Princeton, only one of their last 9, and none of their last 7. So no field goals in the last 3.5 minutes for either team.
Some really great defenders on these teams. As we mentioned, Tammy Reese is always preaching defense and rebounding, and then forcing a turnover is her defense.
Parker Hill trying to spin around the defender in the paint and called on the travel, so the Rams get it back. 1:23 on the clock. Sophie Phillips was coming onto the floor, just held back a little bit by the officials, and they're going to say she's going to have to wait. And now she can come in. So DeBraz checks out, Phillips back into the game.
A little too eager.
Here's Dee Davis, the transfer from Manhattan College. One of 2 transfers featuring in the starting 5 for Tammy Reese. The other being Tisha Hyman. Davis to Phillips, open 3. She takes it, and it's good. Second of the night for Phillips, and she's up to 8.
So Sophie Phillips now 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. Looking a little bit more like herself from last year, and one of the best shooters in the Atlantic 10.
Ball finds inside for Fadima Tall. And we'll take another look at Sophie Phillips. 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. Already a better metric than the loss against Quinnipiac, where the Rams as a team only put up 1. She found her space and took it well. She leads all players again. 8 of Rhode Island's 11 points to start this game with under a minute to go. Parker Hill, the one at the line. She makes the first free throw of the night.
So as you mentioned, Princeton struggling to score, no field goals in the last 5.5 minutes on 1 of their last 9 and 0 of their last 7, as you mentioned, just about 2 minutes ago.
Chen goes 2 for 2. 3 for 4 on the night, or on the afternoon, I should say. 43 seconds left to go. Beat down to Davis. Finds Phillips. Stuck in the corner, resets to Davis. Goes up, looks for Dutot in the paint, finds her, the layup no good. Rebound won by Torre. She can't find it either. And now it comes the way of Princeton. On the ball, Ashley Che. No shot clock, about 10 seconds left, and the Tigers look to have the last shot. Wide open 3 from the corner, no one on her, and it doesn't fall. Going for the effort was Mary Bickley, and that'll just about do it. Clock stopped at 3.2 seconds, and it is a Rhode Island foul. Dutot, the guilty party, so it'll send Parker Hill to the line once again with a chance to cut this lead even further before the end of the quarter.
They look kind of just found the ball after the missed 3, just onto the basket with nobody there, and then Torre and Dutot tried to crash and get a block, but foul called gives Hill 2 free ones at the line.
Misses her second, and that'll just about do it for the first quarter of action. There is the buzzer. Rhode Island with an 11-8 lead over number 25 Princeton after 10 minutes of action. We'll be right back with the second quarter right here on ESPN+.
Philosophy, I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
At a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
Great greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome back inside the Ryan Center. Rhode Island with an 11-8 lead over Princeton after the first quarter. Second quarter now underway. It is the Tigers who get us started. Mila Osgood on the ball early on here in the second. 10 minutes to go here in the first half between the number 25 ranked Princeton Tigers and Rhode Island. Driving through is Belker. Kicks it back out. St. Rose with it. Puts up the contested layup. No good. And it looks like the call will go against Rhode Island as she was fouled on the way up. So she'll get another trip to the line. Zach, Princeton heading to the line a lot early in this game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Nathan. Princeton now will have their 7th and 8th free throws after the blocking foul from Maya Torre. First one, no good. Yeah, Nathan, they're only shooting 17% from the field, 2 for 12. They're 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, where Rhode Island is 4 for 15 from the field. So not a great percentage either, but Princeton continuously getting to the charity stripe, and that will help them continue to cut down this Rhode Island lead.
Now just a 2-point game. Rhode Island with their first possession of the quarter. Here's Vital. Vital swings it out to Phillips. Covered by St. Rose. Looking for an option. Bounce pass into the paint for Dutat, who gets it back out to Vital. Vital now driving in, right side, layup no good. And St. Rose comes away down the other way, hands it off to Chip. Her shot on the spin, good. How about that from Ashley Chia? And it's a tie game.
She has appeared in every game, only averaging 5 points a game, but a beautiful move there, and ties the game at 11.
Davis gets it in space, goes inside, mid-range, off the rim, out. Dutat initially had hands on the rebound, but couldn't keep it, and Chia comes away with it. Chia to Hill, who gets it back. Hill now to St. Rose. Phillips on her, she gets out. Finds a little bit of space, bangs it off the front of the rim, and Rhode Island come away with the rebound once again. Here's D.D. Davis. Vital open from 3, that's what she takes, no good.
Rams really struggling here, 4 for 18, 2 for 8 from 3, and those 2 threes come from Sophie Phillips.
3-point effort down the other end. It was Chia who had put it up and couldn't find it. Second chance also misses. Now Davis going the other way, layup in the left side, good, bullies her way through into the paint, finds the open space, and Rhode Island take the lead back.
And D.D. Davis is so good at finding those open lanes through to the paint.
Well, Belker does it equally at the other end there.
Yeah, so now both these teams just beautiful plays from their guards to split the defense, find an open layup, and so back and forth action early in the second quarter.
Davis does it on one end, Belker says I'll match you one better at the other, and we're tied up at 13. Cross court to Davis, open space, past Belker, layup rolls on out, and the Tigers get the rebound again. Finds St. Rose, open space, 3 from the corner, good! 16-13. You said it, Zach, back and forth action here in Kingston. Again, Rhode Island looking for their first win against a ranked opponent in 5 years under head coach Tammy Reese. It's one of the few boxes they haven't checked.
And there's a reason Rhode Island schedules these games. Coach says it. Against NC State and Princeton, they want to face these tough opponents in the non-conference play.
Vital goes herself, can't get a shot away, but picks up the call. We'll take a look at the last layup. Coming from D.D. Davis, got her way in the paint, through everyone. Found that open lane, Zach, so well and puts it up. Again, Princeton went down and did it on the other end, but she's looking good so far tonight. Taking a look at some of the top scores, it is still Phillips, who's up there in the lead with 8 points, 8 of Rhode Island's 13. Vital steps up to the line for the first time this afternoon. And she makes her first second made free throw of the night for Rhode Island. They are 2 for 3 as a team. The only other player to shoot free throws so far for the Rams is Dutat. And make it 2 for 2 from Vital. Rhode Island bring it within 1. Another substitution. Vital sees the bench after going 2 for 2 from the line. DeBras now back in the game for the Rams. St. Rose with it, finds Mitchell. Mitchell down the other end against St. Rose. Now here's Belker, guarded by Phillips, spins around her, takes a deep shot, no good. And Davis swats away the rebound, but only as far as the hands of Caitlin Shen. Kicks it back out to St. Rose. She takes the three, but she's going to get the call against her. Rhode Island will head down the other way before she can get the three-point shot off.
Yeah, maybe it'll be called a moving screen. So a turnover for Princeton. Only their second of the night. These teams only have 3 combined.
Heading towards the 6-minute mark left to go in the half. Here is Inez DeBras to Davis. Rhode Island trail by 1. Davis puts up a 3, and it's good.
Davis not known as a three-point shooter, but will shoot it if she has an open look. And just high arc shot there as Mitchell just gives it away, and Rhode Island starting to build on some momentum here.
Davis, who started just 1 for 4 from the field, she's up to 5 points now. 1 for 2 from distance as well, and it's an 18-16 lead for Rhode Island. Close game here in the first half. That's how it was the last time these two teams met. DeBras gets around a couple, kicks it out to Davis. Her three-point effort, second kick, straight one is good. 2 for 2 in the last couple possessions, and Davis is heating up from beyond the arc.
And we've mentioned the Rams' struggles from beyond the arc this year. Just 1 for 8 against Quinnipiac, and now the Rams already up to 4 for 10. So maybe something that Coach Reese had really focused on in practice is the rhythm of the three-point shots and getting the looks that are open to fall. And it's working so far tonight.
Here's Davis. She's heating up another 2 and 1 as she's fouled.
So
D.D. Davis,
Davis
electric.
can just do no wrong. Back-to-back threes, gets to the rack, physical layup. We'll take another look. You see just Ellie Mitchell can't guard her layup and the foul. So she'll go to the line for a chance at her 3rd straight three-point possession.
First player into double digits. She has 10 now. Maya Torre comes in to replace Duton, but Davis, as we said, Zach, you said it, not really known as a three-point shooter, but put up 2 pretty good threes, made them both, and then went in for the layup, got fouled, and she's up to the line. 4 for 7 now from the field, and she makes it, completes the three-point possession, and Rhode Island at an 8-point lead. That's their largest so far this afternoon.
And now they're on an 11-0 run in just over a minute and a half.
Princeton, a scoring drought in the last 2 minutes. They're going to try to break that here, and they do. Madison St. Rose puts up the layup, and it snaps it. So a 6-point lead for the Rams, 24-18, with about just under 5 minutes here to play in the first half. Rhode Island, as you said, Zach, 3 of their last 3 from the field. Here's Kamara. Finds Davis. 3. Why not? Good!
She can do no wrong. She's absolutely on fire. From anywhere on the court, doesn't matter if she's guarded or open, everything is falling for her, and the Rams shooting has really climbed quickly here.
Confidence flowing through this Rhode Island squad right now as DeBras will pick up the foul just under the basket. 27-18 lead, stretching near double digits, 9 points for Rhode Island. And we'll be right back. So Davis heating up from beyond the arc. 3 of her last 3. We'll be right back right here on ESPN+.
Finding my place, just like you said I would.
Say hello to a new way to ride Ripta. The Wave Smart Card and mobile app are here, and they're making your ride easier and safer. At a time when public health and safety is so critical, we're excited to bring a completely contactless experience to our riders. Simply scan the Wave app or hold the Wave card near the reader and you're ready to board. It's that easy.
I'm waving goodbye to pocket change.
I'm waving goodbye to lost fare products.
I'm waving hello to Ripta.
Download the app or sign up today at ripta.com/wave.
Step into the world of Atlantic 10 basketball. Witness the nation's finest women athletes rise to greatness under the brightest lights. Feel the rush of adrenaline. Embrace the thrill of competition. Here, you'll find champions on the court and winners in the classroom, embodying what it means to be a true student athlete. Experience A10 Women's Basketball, where passion meets excellence.
Aquaculture, growing seafood, creates stewards in the environment. Our business decisions have to be environmental decisions. What we want to achieve when we grow an oyster is consistency, a deep cup, a thick shell. Where we grow the oysters contributes to the flavor and the texture. At Matutic Oyster Bar, we have our own farm-to-plate cycle. Our oyster farmers and vegetable farmers bring their product to the chefs, then to our servers, then to our guests. We try to get better at it every year. Hopefully we can keep that going. There's been a tradition amongst pioneers, laborers, immigrants, neighbors. Transcending down through generations, it has been learned, inherited, and with us, well, it's in our blood. All we have is one another, fueling each other's fire as we grow together in community, in our work, and in life. So we're proud to carry on this great American tradition of being there when it counts.
27-18, the largest lead of the afternoon for Rhode Island over number 25 Princeton. Welcome back in from the Ryan Center. Just over 4 minutes left to go in half number one. It is the Tigers that will bring us out of the timeout. And look to start bringing their way back. Rhode Island really picking up a lot of the momentum in the last couple of minutes. D.D. Davis, as we mentioned, 3 quick three-pointers to bring Rhode Island back from a 2-point deficit and all the way up to a 9-point lead. Torrey now guarding in the paint. Princeton keep it. St. Rose, 3-point to beat the buzzer. No good, but the shot would not have counted anyway. It is a shot clock violation. Couldn't quite get the shot off in time, and Rhode Island are going to benefit with the inbound.
So, Nathan, both of these teams, they started slow scoring. Then they started to pick it up. And then Rhode Island and D.D. Davis are on this 14-2 run. And Rhode Island has picked up the defense. I mentioned that Princeton only had 2 turnovers. Now Rhode Island forced 2 more, and has Princeton up to 4 through about 16 minutes.
Vital bounce pass inside for Torrey. Good look, couldn't find the layup though. It bounced off the glass and into the hands of Madison St. Rose. She puts up a deep 2-point effort, just skims the front of the rim, but otherwise is out. Shot no good. So Princeton a little bit frustrated here, Zach. Maybe the shot selection not quite there, but they have to find some answers here. Rhode Island at the end of the half are really starting to pull away, but this still a very close game, and we know the ability of the Tigers to be able to handle situations like this. They did it last time out against Seton Hall. Again, that one went into double overtime, and they did come away with the win there. 5-2 on the season.
Yeah, and I think underappreciated, I believe Sophie Phillips got a hand on that last shot. And then...
well, here she is again. Phillips in the paint, has it blocked away. All over that was Mary Bickley.
And then, to make matters worse for Phillips, the ball bounced off of her as she landed out of bounds, so it'll be Tiger ball.
It was actually Parker Hill to come away with the block there. Didn't quite catch the number on the back of the shirt correctly, my mistake. It is Princeton, though, and they did get the block. That's the important part. Here is Hill. Now this is Bickley, guarded by Phillips. Inside, takes it herself, spins around, puts up the shot, and it's good.
And you mentioned the skill of this Tiger team, and why are they are in the top 25. They're never going to shy away from contact. And they have all the skill in the world to get back in this one.
Phillips hits it back out to Vital, who finds D.D. Davis. Guarded closely, Davis under contact. Doing just enough on defense was Caitlin Chen, and it's going to stay, or it's going to go down Princeton's way. So they're able to stop the Rams, and we'll take another look at the shot on the other end. And cut the lead down to 7 for Princeton. It was Bickley who had it. Now Chen hands it off. Gets it back, Chen guarded by Kamara. Finds some space, kicks it back out to Parker Hill. Fans wanted to travel there, they don't get it. Bickley, now to Chia. Chia from the corner is off the rim. Maya Torre is the first one up, gets the rebound. And Vital now comes down the other way. Davis. Up to 14 points. this afternoon so far. D.D. Davis is Maya Torre now gets the pass back to Davis. Vital has it open, takes a three, no good off the rim. Rhode Island were heating up from three-point territory, couldn't quite do it there, and now on the other end, breakaway points for the Tigers. They take full advantage. Vadim Tall.
Vital has been ice cold from the field so far. She's 0 for 5, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, but does have the 2 free throws to have her only 2 points.
It was excellent quick work to get it down the court quickly for Tall, who ducked over a defender and then put it up. The lead cut down to 5. Torre. D2, no good. So now after the scoring stretch, they are 0 of their last 4, haven't scored a field goal in just under the last 3 minutes or so. 3-point effort from Jen, no good. Princeton with a real chance there to cut it back down. The pass down the field, or down the court, sorry, looking for Sophie Phillips, was intercepted by Chen, who was having herself a good start to the game. We'll take a look at the fast break point from the Tigers again. 3 passes, they have it all the way down the court. Vital tries to recover, but very patient play from the hands of Fatima Tall, just to wait and then eventually take the shot, put it up uncontested, and it's responsible for only a 5-point lead now for the Rams. Again, cut down from 9. Inbound comes to Vital. Under a minute to go now in the first half. Rhode Island still in the lead. Vital is 0 for 5 from the field. As you said, Zach, 2 for 2 are only points coming from the free throw strike. 7 left to shoot. Goes herself, finds it, gets up, and is blocked away. No good. Off the bottom of the backboard, and Princeton get the rebound. They'll get the ball back as well. It was a foul charge to Maya Torre. And now Tall will come over to inbound it. Here's another look at Tammy Reese. As we mentioned, Zach, still looking for a win over a ranked opponent. Rhode Island, so far so good, but a very close game early on here in Kingston. 20 to shoot, 27 to play.
It's not like Rhode Island hasn't faced and defeated good teams before. Defeated UMass last year, who were receiving votes. Rhode Island receiving votes at one point last year as well. And they beaten St. Louis, who then went on to win the A-10 championship, defeating Rhode Island in the semifinals, and then UMass in the finals.
14 seconds, no shot clock. Dutant will come in to close out the half, replacing Maya Torre. Rhode Island looking to take this 5-point lead into the half. Sky Bellicker on the other end also checks in for the Tigers. And Rhode Island are going to play this one out. So clock starts, 13 to play. Davis trying to find her way around Chen, and now Hill finds Dutant. Her shot from mid-range, no good. Buzzer goes, and that will do it for half number 1. At the half, the score, Rhode Island 27, Princeton 22. Zach, it started very back and forth.